That's right. This is National Crime Victims' Rights Week. This year's theme, 30 Years, Restoring the Balance of Justice, is celebrating the milestone passage of the Victims of Crime Act in 1984. I spent the day at the Department of Correction headquarters where I met one woman who has been fighting since that first Victim Rights Week 30 years ago.
It's been horrible all these years, and you live with it every day of your life.
Teresa Ann Croom's daughter, Mary Ann, was murdered in Macon 31 years ago by a coworker after giving him a ride home from work. She is pleading with the parole board today to make sure her daughter's murderer carries out his full life sentence in prison and does not get out next year when he's up for parole.
She's living and breathing, and she's in her grave.
Crooms is just one of many victims at the Department of Corrections headquarters in Forsyth. Today, Georgia's crime victims are honored as part of National Crime Victims' Rights Week. Georgia's multi-agency Victim Services Partnership held a special ceremony and open house for victims and their families. This week gives victims the opportunity to be heard and to tell their story. An expert panel of criminal justice professionals also talked about services for victims and different ways of prosecuting criminals. During the open house, crime victims and family members get private meetings with the State Board of Pardons and Paroles to discuss the cases of the people who committed the crimes against them.
We get to see them work their art of passion in writing. We get to see them eyeball to eyeball, basically, and hear their plea, basically, about how they've been affected by these crimes.
It helps the board members better understand just what the victims are going through as they consider parole for the criminals, and helps family members like Crooms stay in touch even after more than 30 years.
Write letters, keep in touch, and that's the best thing you can do.
During the event, victims get to meet with everyone from medical professionals and counselors to legal experts and people in law enforcement. National Crime Victim Rights Week continues through Saturday, April 12th. Reporting live in the studio, Angie Regal, WGXA News.